San Antonio, Texas, and the Alamo Dome. A day full of college football has been great, but there's something special about a Saturday night game. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the UTSA Roadrunners. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Coach Ryan Day told me before the game, bringing his team in on the road against a very good team, ranked in the top 25. They have everything it takes to compete. This is a big matchup that fans are excited to see, but he said we have to execute early and eliminate mistakes at the line of scrimmage. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Buckeyes will kick off first, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense in a bunch formation. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Henderson. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. And down he goes.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long. Containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly,
snags it, and there's running room. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. And it's the Roadrunners getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
And the Roadrunners racing to the line in the hurry-up. He's in open space downfield. Got a little grass. Discards him with the stiff arm. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Breaks the tackle. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, UTSA.
They did a really good job of setting the tone and stringing that drive together. It was a long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it. With physicality. Punch him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
He'll bring it out. It's Cross. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. It's Jackson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Back has it. Can't get him to the ground. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
He's tackled at the 24-yard line. Third down.
3rd and 6 yards to go. off play action. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Back to throw, it's Henderson. He's going to run it. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Gonna run it. It's Jackson.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to the well. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make. He lobs one high down the left side. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Gives it on the option. Got enough for the 1st. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. This time he wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Man, that is going to haunt this quarterback. He had his receiver running a deep route. He was open, and the QB overthrew him. Man, that sucks.
Under fire. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
Running inside, it's Henderson. Might have a chance. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Roadrunners trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Back's got it. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
It does not take this offense long to get going. We've seen 2 drives. We've seen 2 touchdowns, David. They are so explosive. They've got so much speed all over the field, and they're lighting this scoreboard up early.
Hey, you better find some answers defensively. You better find a way to slow them down. And how about this next possession for your offense? Like, coming on the field, you can tell. As an offensive coordinator, you got to feel it. Like, my defense is not holding them down right now. We got to put together a drive, get some points on this score on this next possession.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. There he goes. Just shedding tackles. Past the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Buckeye. He ran through tackles like water through a sieve.
Well, we see the home run on offense, but defensively, we've got to do a better job tackling. You've got to get hats to the football, and then you got to bring the ball carrier down. Poor fundamentals, poor tackling helped lead to that long touchdown.
And they tacked on the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll start this drive going to the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Now, this QB already in the first quarter has taken some serious punishment. Got sacked a bunch, got hit a bunch. He's been targeted a lot. This offense needs to find some answers before we're going to be looking at his backup playing some serious snaps.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. We've reached a break, and it's UTSA on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. He'll pull it down and run. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. And it's the Roadrunners. We'll snap it on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Henderson. There's a crease. He's got 99 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Turning it on. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Back to pass. Dances away to buy time. Fires to the big fella. Runs through a tackle. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. And the Roadrunners, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. He leaves it with his back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
2nd down, they'll go to the air, using the quick game. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Ohio State 7.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Parker. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Jackson. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. Runs through the tackle. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Skips away from pressure. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
A really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking for a man. It's Henderson. Moving out of the pocket. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets rid of it. And they stop him short. Complete the pass. No first down. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Looking for room, it's Henderson. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. He's up to 113 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Snagged out of the air. Oh, got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Roadrunners. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
1st and 10.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The corners are walked up tight. Running to Green. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3. And that last carry pays off with a C note already at 100 yards.
And he's done it with so much balance and so much power and so much speed. He's really shown you that he's a great back in a multitude of ways. And guess what? It's still the first half.
Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Wants to throw. It's Henderson. Here's a heat. On target. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Now the play fake. Looking for a huge play. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Working that left side now. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
He breaks a tackle. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Henderson. At the 35, he's open. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to...
Makes a grab and room to run. Made a defender miss. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. The Roadrunners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looks as if he's going to run it. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield very late in the half. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Now, the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to... Touchdown, Roadrunners! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Cross. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Motion from the wideout. On the direct snap, it's Jackson. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Dropping back, it's Henderson. Rush is on him. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to take it outside. It's Jackson. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Should be time for just one more play here in the half, so they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's going for a big play downfield. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. Let's begin with the West Virginia Mountaineers taking on the Stanford Cardinal.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one.
And it's West Virginia with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And you come out on top in a game where both teams are just outside the top 25. That's a tremendous confidence builder for this team and that staff. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Under fire. Gonna take a shot. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here now early in their first possession in the 3rd quarter. They're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time the defense.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it on the outside. Took it all the way to the 36-yard line, and he flipped the field in an instant.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
I love defenses that can mix it up between man and zone, and I love the vision right here by the cornerback, seeing the quarterback the whole way, breaking on the football when that hand separates from the other hand. Nice job getting the deflection.
Could be an alley. He's at the 10, and he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown! Touchdown, Buckeyes!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And he tacks on the extra point.
31, Ohio State, 21.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Roadrunner offense on its way out there to open this drive. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Looking to buy time. Trying to make magic with his feet. And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. And the rarely seen illegal forward pass penalty brings up second and long. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Trying to escape and get it himself. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's moving out of the pocket. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. And it's the Roadrunners who will bring the punt team onto the field. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. They'll move the wide receiver. On the direct snap, it's Jackson. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a third and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Fakes the grab. He stopped short, and it's fourth down. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that...
Snags it! Touchdown, Buckeye! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
UTSA takes over, and the offense ready to hit the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting...
Breaks into the open. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the hole, and man, before you know it, he's just chewing up yards and making big plays.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Looking to throw for it. It's caught. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UTSA. Lining up to add another.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Cross. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have one timeout remaining. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. Behind the chains now on second and long. Leaves it with the back. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Myers on the move. All alone as he catches it. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Here comes the heat. Trying to get away. Had to get rid of it quickly. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Henderson. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. It'll be third and long. Looking to throw again. Gets it out quickly. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on fourth down. 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He'll pull it down. Quarterback gets past the marker. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And it's just so fun to be a play caller when you got a QB that can do that. Like, it's a pass play. Nope, he pulls it down, chews up yardage, gets a 1st down. And both of these quarterbacks, man, they have this ability to make big plays.
Caught by Williams on the left. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air on 1st down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And they can't make the connection, and 3 quarters are in the books as we head to the 4th. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. On the move. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. To the air, it's Henderson. Fires left. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Maybe a crease. Returns it down to the 35-yard line as they cash in on the opportunity to force a turnover. UTSA taking over, and the offense heads out to the field. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Fires one high and deep. Snags it on the right. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Henderson. He's going for the goal line. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He will not get there as the defense stops him again.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards.
Touchdown, UT San Antonio. And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. Coming out with it, it's Cross. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone.
State offense will take over. 1st and 10.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Sends it back in motion. Back to throw, it's Henderson. Bought a little time, lets it go. Open on the right side, that's Smith. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Here's the pressure. Hit as he throws. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
No harder position to play in the ball game than the offensive line. You know, tonight in this game, you're down by a lot. You know you have to pass the football. Man, it's a tough job to protect up front, and they definitely struggled on that play.
They'll run play action. Pressure coming. And they got it.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his...
He's looking deep. Intercepted, number 19. Got some room to run. Good gain on the return, and this